Yo, how's it going, guys? ZookeeperChris here. Welcome back to another Planet Zoo video. Quick short video about the Australia DLC that just came out for Planet Zoo. We're doing no cuts. It's just going to be a quick, raw, hopefully short video for you guys. I'm just going over each of the animals. I will go ahead and show you each one, probably give some pros and cons to all the animals, and then we might talk a little bit about the construction pieces and maybe some chat about the things that were added in the free patch today. So if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We bring out Planet Zoo videos every single week. And also be sure to check out the Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/ZookeeperChris, where you can come hang out live over there every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. We're always playing Planet Zoo, doing habitat builds, community challenges, and all that fun stuff. So be sure to come check us out. With all that out the way, let's go ahead and take a look at all these animals. Okay, so to start, let's go ahead and chat about koalas. Hello, right here. Right here we have a female. And I think the koalas look amazing. I do think that they are on the ground a little more often than I would like, but I do also see why that the developers have chose to have them on the ground more often than they normally would. I think developers know koalas spend a lot of time in the trees and a lot of time sleeping, but they have to find a balance in between making a game that's fun to play and it's fun to, watch and enjoy your animals, and then also how far they want to push the realism of the game. So I understand why they make the decisions that they do with koalas and why they're not in trees all the time. It can be kind of hard to see the koalas in the trees. It can be hard to find them. It's easier for the player to spot the koalas and also really enjoy them and see them walking around and seeing the movement within your habitat. So I do understand why they make their decisions. They're beautiful. I love the lighting on the animals always looks amazing in Planet Zoo. I love their animations moving around. This here is a pregnant female, and if you don't know already, spoiler alert, the babies are in the pouch. I'm pretty sure from the moment that it says the mom is pregnant, the baby is in there, and there's a chance it could poke its head out and say hello to the world and then pull his head right back in, which is just adorable. It's cool to see they added new, game mechanics for the koalas. I don't mind the clipping with the trees, that happens, whatever. It doesn't really break my immersion for Planet Zoo. I do also love the interactions between the mom and baby. Sometimes there's a chance that the baby will pop its head out and then the mom will be sitting there and groom the baby's head, and then the baby goes back in. More often than not, the baby just pops its head out, says hello, and pops its head back in. Are you gonna do it now, or is the baby just gonna pop out? What's happening? Okay, baby popping out and back away. Okay, gone. So yeah, they just look fantastic. Let me see if we can speed up time maybe and show you what the process of the birthing process looks like for koalas, because it is very unique compared to any other animal in the game so far. Okay, here we go. Let's see. She's due to have her baby any moment. Okay, that's just precious. I mean, look at that. Little hug. And then off on your own, baby. No longer with mom. From this point, the baby just goes and does its own thing, which is cool. It's fine. In real life, once the mom has another baby ready to go, she will push her old baby off and just really completely stop cuddling it and letting it ride on its back. In real life, the baby would be on the mom for a little bit. But yeah, I'm kind of okay with this. It does seem strange that such a little baby koala is completely off on her own and doesn't even stick near the mom. It'd be kind of cool if when the baby's here, it could vocalize a little bit, kind of calling for the mom. But they do not. The males do vocalize, which is really cool. So let's check out a couple of males fighting for science only. I don't recommend doing this, okay? Don't make your males fight. It's not cool. Accidental, I understand accidents happen. But yeah, let's check out the vocalizations because I do think it's awesome. Okay, here we go. It's pretty adorable. The little screeches are pretty cute, and then they have those deep growls. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting little fight. But I do love the vocalizations. It took them a really long time to get into the fight just now. I don't know I'm surprised. I have like 3 or 4 males in here, and they were perfectly fine hanging out with each other. And they took a really long time. I'm really surprised. So yeah, the vocalizations are also pretty cool. And at first I was wishing that they would vocalize a little more often, but it makes sense. They do vocalize as well when they're breeding. When the male and female are breeding, they vocalize a little bit. And then when males fight, they vocalize. So I'm okay with that. Koalas in real life, I don't think vocalize too often throughout the day. So it makes sense. So yeah, that's koalas. So let's go check out the dingoes. You know what, really quick before we go to dingoes, I did want to mention, I do like the idea of this eucalyptus tree feeder. It's not what I envisioned. I thought the koalas would just be able to climb up and eat from the leaves, but it kind of makes sense as far as the game mechanics go. Instead, the keepers come in and just put branches inside of here. It was a good idea. It's just not what I envisioned, but it does make sense, you know, as far as why they went the route that they did. But it is cool to see a browsing animal be able to do something like this. Okay, so next up we have dingoes. I love the dingoes. I love their interactions that they have with the enrichment, such as the bubbles over here. They are super fun watching them play around the bubbles. It's awesome to watch them splash around in the pool. I wish the bubbles could be added for other animals other than the dingoes. Right now it's only for the dingoes. I think primates would love the bubbles as well, but it is what it is. I understand why other animals don't have it, because they'd have to do animations, you know, for like primates, you know, popping the bubbles and stuff. So it'd be pretty involved. Maybe they'll add it down the road, but I do love the dingoes. I think the babies, here's a dingo pup over here. I think the pups are a bit too chatty in my opinion. They are howling and barking nonstop. So maybe like drop it down a notch, maybe like half, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I do think that the dingo pups are a bit too chatty. Their animations do seem a little bit off as well when they're walking around and running. Just something with the legs, I don't know. Some others were mentioning they thought they were off, and I do agree with them. They do look a little bit off, but it's hard to put my finger on exactly what in there looks off. But I'm stepping away. I don't know. I still think they're awesome. I do love the bubble enrichment. I love the new water pool enrichment, and I love when the dingoes are playing with this other enrichment back here, the tug of war with the rope. It's cool to see them tugging on that and slinging it around and just having a bunch of fun. So overall, I am a fan of the dingoes. I do also think it is, or so far from what I have seen, it looks like only the alpha male and the alpha female will breed in their pack, which is how it would be in real life. So props to Frontier and the Planet Zoo devs for doing that so far. Like I said, from what I've seen in my games, only the alpha male and female do breed. You know, just another realistic feature in the game. Coming up next, we have kangaroos. So let's go check out the kangaroos. Okay, so next up we have the red kangaroo. These two, I believe, are in the process of mating or just mated. Yeah, so she has a baby due. Like the koalas, she does have a baby in her pouch. Somebody told me that the baby Joey will pop its head out every now and then, just like the koala did, but I have not seen it yet. So I don't know. Have you guys seen that in your games? Let me know in the comment section if you've noticed that. I haven't seen a baby pop its head out yet. They do come out, obviously, during the birthing process. It's very similar to the koala. Are you gonna do it? Gonna happen? Maybe? Maybe? No. Okay. Well, the baby's definitely not gonna pop its head out in this position. Anyways, yeah, so I have never seen the babies pop their head out from the moms until they're born. But anywho, it would be cool if they do pop their heads out like the koalas, but for all I know, they do, and I've just been unlucky. So if they don't, it'd be cool if they did it more often like the koalas. But anywho, I love the kangaroos. They hip hop all over the place, bouncing around. Let's see, probably see some others in the background jumping around. The babies are adorable. The color variations on all of them are awesome. I love the genetic color variations with these guys in particular. Baby? No. Okay. Maybe I should just give up hope on that one. The males fighting is very realistic. It's very cool to see that multiple, two males getting into fights with each other. Very much like they would in real life. I do think it's weird that the kangaroos can't swim. I find that very strange because kangaroos in real life can swim. So, I mean, you can look it up on YouTube. Just go, YouTube search kangaroo swimming and you'll find videos, and I'm pretty sure they're actually really good at swimming. So I find that strange that they can't swim in game. Just to show you, I have her selected, go to traversable area, and it says she can't swim in the deeper end. So I find that kind of weird. The birthing process is cool. Let's see if she is due soon. She is due in April. So let's use the magic of video editing and fast forward and watch her birth. So for those who haven't seen it, let's check it out. Oh, I was just fast forwarding and the baby totally popped its head out. So I guess I was just super unlucky before with the kangaroo. Okay, so I take that back. Very cool. Glad the Joeys popped their heads out. Okay, back to the fast forwarding to April. Okay, so she is about to give birth, I think, any minute here. Okay, baby's popping its head out. Here we go. Just leans forward, boom, out comes the baby. Very quick, very simple, and then baby's off on its own. So a little less than the koala birthing process, but still pretty cool to see the baby Joey hop out of the pouch. Yeah, so that pretty much does it for kangaroos. Up next, let's take a peek at the cassowary. Okay, so we have the cassowary here. Right now, they are actually breeding, and this was like a highlight part of the cassowaries here. I think this is such a cool breeding behavior. I'm guessing this is how they, kind of like the ritual that they perform in real life. I've never worked with cassowaries. They're a super cool animal, pretty dangerous, pretty grumpy. Don't go bugging one of these guys, but it is really cool to see them do like a mating ritual in the game. Sometimes other animals will just do weird little synchronized movements together. Oh, okay, bye-bye. So yeah, I do love the breeding ritual, the mating ritual that the cassowaries do. I also love their vocalizations in the game. Their hissing that they do is really cool. They do it pretty often, which is fun to hear. Running around, it's fun to see these guys just running around the habitat. Their animations look really cool. The fighting between males just looks exactly like I would envision two male cassowaries fighting, where they're just jumping up and kicking at each other until one falls down and then runs off. The only con that I could really think of for these guys is just something that I would love to see added to the game for all of the birds and egg-laying species, and that would be for them to lay eggs. That would be such a cool mechanic for them to add to Planet Zoo. I'm sure the developers want to do that, and maybe that's something that they're working towards, or it's on their list of things to do. But yeah, when they're born, they just kind of lay down just like that, and then the baby appears. Babies are super cute. Let's see, maybe we can get a baby in here really quick. Okay, so she was just taking a nap, and now I think she is ready to have her baby. Let's take a peek. Again, cassowary is awesome. They're like walking dinosaurs. I'm sure a lot of people would have really loved to see some sort of flying birds in the game, but I will take it, Well, I'll take a cassowary. They're amazing animals. Oh, boom. Look at that little baby. It's so adorable. They look so different from their parents, and they're just so unique. You had two? That's gotta be pretty uncommon for them in real life. 3? What? Okay, I don't know. I'm not a bird man. I haven't worked with a lot of birds. I work with hoofstock, but I'm kind of surprised to see 3 little baby cassowary running around like this. Super cool. Anyways, yeah, so that's basically it for the cassowary. They're adorable. I don't really have much to complain about them. With them, not really too many cons with them. They're just such a cool animal. I love hearing their vocalizations, and the babies are adorable, and it's fun seeing them all run around. So let's go check out, last but not least, the blue-tongued lizard, or as we in the United States call them, the blue-tongued skink. Okay, so now we have, last but not least, the exhibit animal, which is the blue-tongued lizard. I have to stop myself every time. I always want to call it a blue-tongued skink, and I'm just trying to train myself to call them blue-tongued lizard just because that's what they call them in the game. So anywho, not much to say about these guys because they are an exhibit animal, but they are really cool. It's cool to see their little tongues sticking out like that every so often. They do it pretty often, which is good. It's what they're known for, their iconic blue tongue. Yeah, I mean, not much to say about them because they're an exhibit animal. They just kind of chill here from what I understand, from what I've seen. And yeah, they look cool. The textures on them look cool. They look very scaly. So yeah, that's a blue tongue lizard. Also, when did they make it so that you can change the color of the exhibits in here, like the lighting inside? I think if you go to exhibit, yeah, down here, light color, you can change the light color. Is this new or is this an old thing and I just never really go to my exhibits? Because look at when I make it dark out night. Yeah, look at that. It's like red in there now. I don't know. Is that new or is that old? Have I just not noticed that? I probably just not noticed that, you know, like many of you guys, I don't really do too much with my exhibit animals. I just kind of place them here and there and throw random things in. Then they breed way too much and I have to get rid of way too many. Or sometimes I'll plan ahead and, you know, actually use birth control on them as soon as I just put them in. But anywho, that's pretty much it for the animals. Going away from the animals now, whoops, checking out all the construction pieces. Let's make it daytime so I can see what we're talking about here. Here's just some of the construction pieces. I don't really have a ton lying around. This right here is super awesome. This animatronic piece, really cool. Opens up the floodgates for the developers as far as what they could do next. Maybe we get an anniversary pack in November, and that'd be really cool if we could see some more animatronics like this, some animatronic animals. I think this is amazing, and I can't wait to hopefully see more of these in the future. All of the Aboriginal design pieces in the game look absolutely amazing. They even hired an official artist to make some art for the game. I'm not sure if he made all of the art, like all of this, but he does have some pieces in game that specifically say was created by him. So yeah, the building pieces are fantastic. I love the roofs over here. The roof. Anyways, these look super cool. It's like the tin roof, the iron roof, whatever it's called. I don't know if this is just rust or if it's meant to be like some of the dust landed and settled on the top. Either way, looks amazing. I can't wait to see what some of you guys build and some of the big builders build with the Planet Zoo Australia DLC construction pieces, because it just seems like there are a lot of really cool pieces here, and I'm hyped to see what some of you guys build. One last thing I did want to mention is the things that came in with the free patch. I do love the genetic variations that have been added. It is absolutely amazing. You know, ignore all the really bad genetics for this animal here. This is a sandbox, so don't judge. But yeah, it's really cool seeing the different variations between the different animals. I think I already took out all the other ones here, and this one just got left behind for some reason. But anyways, I do wish there are some animals that do not have genetic variation for whatever reason. They listed some reasons for different ones, but I do wish if they don't have genetic variations, I feel like they shouldn't list anything here. Like, this should just be gone, because what will happen is you'll have an animal that has no genetic variation. So let's just say, for example, kangaroos do not have variation, which they do, but the way it looks in game is it'll just show all of the kangaroos with this variation. So I would kind of prefer if they don't have variation, just don't show that there. Just show nothing, just so that way you know there's no genetic variation, you get what you get. That's my only complaint about the genetic variation so far. I'm actually surprised with just how different some of the animals look and how much it just adds more personality to each of your animals. And I don't know, it's great seeing them add things just to make the game more realistic. Some of the other quality of life things that they've added have been awesome as well. Like the new food page down here. When you go to your zoo and you check out feed, you can see all the different qualities of food for the different animals. That's awesome. Some other small things like being able to, where do we have it over here? I don't see it right now, but like clicking on a light post, for example. Okay, I'll do it here. You go to construction, you go to a light, you know, whatever, pick it up, put it down. You can now click on your lights and you can choose whether it's automatic, or you can have it off all the time, or you can have it on all the time, which is super cool, especially for people that build like indoor rides or people that want to have dens for their animals and put lights inside the animal dens. That's going to be amazing. So I love that. I have heard there are some issues right now with work zones and messing around with the work zones. So I would recommend don't mess with your work zones until they push out a patch for that. It seems to be crashing people's games for some reason. So yeah. Oh, and also the vending machines are really cool as well. What are those under facilities? Yes, they're under facilities. Or guest facilities. food stalls. Yeah, so I do love the vending machines as well. At first I questioned, like, I don't know about Mexican food from a vending machine, like tacos from a vending machine sounds kind of questionable, but you know, they might have them. I mean, pizza in a vending machine is a legit thing. It really exists. So for all I know, we looked this up on stream today. You can get French fries from a vending machine. So anything's possible. So anywho, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed just my quick first impressions and thoughts about all the animals added with the Australia DLC today in Planet Zoo. I think, no, I don't even think. This is definitely my favorite DLC so far. The animals are awesome. The new mechanics that have been added with the animals are awesome. The construction pieces look amazing. They look authentic. And everything that we got for free today is cool too. But even aside from the free stuff, the DLC is amazing. I think it's well worth the $10 that I paid for it. And I can't wait to see what they do next. With every new DLC they come out, I'm just more and more impressed and love it even more. So anywho, if you made it this far, be sure to throw a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We're putting out Planet Zoo videos every single week here. And also, if you haven't done so, check out the Twitch channel. We're live every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. EST over at twitch.tv/ZookeeperChris. Hope to see you there. And until next time, stay wild.